Hank! 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 There's a CME gap at 3.5K!
Walter, you're the smartest trader I ever met, but you're too stupid to see. You got liquidated 5 minutes ago.
Hey, I'm Mr. White Wrecked!
I don't know what 3 characters you guys are doing. I'm pretty sure that's Breaking
What?
Bad, though, right? That's Breaking
Dude,
Bad.
you have to watch that. How have you not seen that?
No, I saw 1 episode, and it was the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. It was his wife was standing over millions of dollars, and she was like, "Hank, we have enough money for like 10 lifetimes. Now, can you stop selling drugs now? Can you stop being a meth dealer?" And he's like, "I had a $5,000 offer on a pharmaceutical company that I started, and now it's worth billions. I'm not going to let that happen again." I'm like, what the fuck? So you're just going to be a meth dealer forever until till you die and everyone dies? Like, it's not a smart protagonist. And everyone's like, "Oh, his own worst enemy is himself."
No.
And I'm like, that's not fun. He's a fucking idiot.
Imagine if you're in his shoes. You started a company, you put in all the sweat and hard work, and then you just sold to the bottom for some reason, and now it's worth billions. I'd be fucking seething if I was him.
Well, that's fair enough. I'm still never going to go back and watch it. But thank you for the introduction. I'm sure there's some people who did watch it that appreciate that. But for now, just to say and remind people where they are, this is the Pink Boys CryptoCast, and we're not joined by that Australian today for some reason. He keeps falling off the side of the earth and then falling back on.
The classic 3 of us, the 3 amigos.
Yeah, the tenuous 3 amigos, back for more. So I don't have any housekeeping things to say. Again, we're over 100 subs. I guess now we're trying to get to 300, and we did give away that link. We did give away that link, right? That wasn't a lie, was it?
Let's give him a shout out.
I have an interesting story about the giveaway. I'll share it.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh yeah, I saw that. It's funny how you didn't fucking mention it until I read the DMs and I was like, wait, hold on, this just happened.
No, I was trying to play it off like nothing happened, but then
yeah, and then I read it. Fucking idiot. Okay, so
should we shout out the winners first?
Yeah. So shout out to, congratulations to, Haha, What a Story, and Troy himself for being the randomly selected winners for the link giveaway. So
congrats, King.
Congratulations to you, fellas.
Absolutely.
I hope you enjoy the money. And you know what? Congratulations to someone else as well, because Tyson is a fucking retard.
What'd you do, Tyson? I don't know this story.
Okay, so I was giving away the 500 to the 30 link to like the first prize winner. And as soon as the winners got announced, I got tagged in a post by someone that looks exactly like the Haha What a Story guy. Like, the profile looks exactly the same, and he was saying like, "Let's fucking go, thank you Pink Boys, you kings," and all that shit. And I'm like, okay, this is probably the guy. So I sent the link to that guy. But after I DM'd the real guy, it turned out he never got it. And then I looked at the previous profile. It turned out the username was exactly the same, except 1 letter was off.
Wait a second. Did our giveaway get front run?
We got scammed, dude.
So someone basically changed their entire profile to match Haha What a Story, and then he quote tweeted it. He posted his ETH address, and yeah, Tyson sent the link.
Are you fucking?
And then he deleted his tweet and everything right after Tyson sent it.
In this small microcosm of loyal listeners that we have, there's already people within that scamming us. Are you serious?
Yeah, how much? That's like $500, $600, right?
On the bright side, at least we made a family in Mumbai really happy for a few months. So.
But it's so funny. I appreciate that because Tyson, you spent how many weeks saying how awesome it is, how scams in crypto are. You're like, I want to do that. I want to do that. Meanwhile, you're a slack-jawed moron just sitting at your mouse like, oh, here's the guy, and then you fucking pay him out. Wait, hold on, just real quick. Did the regular Haha What a Story get the money or no?
Yeah, I paid out of my wallet for that one. So.
Did you guys? Were you afraid to tell me?
No, I was gonna play it off like nothing happened because I knew if I told you guys would start seething.
I'm sorry, but this just made my day. I literally, whoever's listening, I hadn't heard this story before. I had no idea this fucking happened. This is hilarious. So I really had no idea. So, well, congratulations to our 3 lucky winners then. I can't believe someone just front run.
Well, we have integrity. We will still give you the prizes even if we get scammed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what's that scene with Joker? He's like, "I'm a man of my word." After he like kills that Batman clone or whatever.
It's not
Well, I
about the
gotta stop
money. It's
thinking-
about sending a message.
It's definitely not about the money.
This
That's
is so gay. Stop.
Oh, I'm sorry. Your sensibilities are offended.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. All right. Well, we're glad everyone's paid up. Everyone plus 1 is paid up, and we're even. So.
Yeah.
Everyone minus
round.
1 more like.
Yeah, bonus round. So let's move on from that, and we'll keep our eyes and ears open a little better next time we have a giveaway. So, I love it. But for now, until we get there, let's talk about Bitcoin over the last week, and
There's nothing to talk about.
Okay, Tyson, do you agree? Because you go ahead.
Oh no, it's crabbing at like the mid range area for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So if it breaks 30, if it breaks 39 ish, we go to 37.1, and if that breaks, we are going back to probably 30K.
I have a mega ultra giga super ultra mega super ultra mega super ultra mega super ultra mega super schizo shot. I was testing your patience there. I'm actually surprised.
I thought my program was broken or something. It just turns out you're that annoying. So go ahead. Go right ahead. You earned it.
Okay, so anyway, so I have
your cadence was exactly the same each time you repeated it. I literally
Yeah.
thought my
Your
program
tonality
was,
broken.
like,
That
the
was
same.
ridiculous.
that's just how monotone and autistic I am.
I know that's the power of autism.
I am emotionless.
Yeah, I
Okay,
guess so. Go ahead.
Moy was
I
like on
cry-
the verge of breaking his modem just now.
He's on the we're on the verge of hearing a God damn it, not again. I don't know how would you. I've never heard you angry. I have heard you angry. That's a lie.
God dang it, Bobby.
Who, me or Tyson?
You.
Oh, me? No, you gotta save it. It's like you gotta as an Italian, you either just let it go in spurts, or you just have one big one that no one wants to be around for. So,
What do you sound
You're
like
not
when you're
around
raging
for
out?
that. What do I sound like? You don't want to know.
Yeah.
One day you'll find out. It's something that can't be mimicked off the cuff. So,
Yeah, it's got the
but-
hand gestures and everything.
Yeah, I
that
just want to
comes
see the
with it.
head gestures.
It's a package experience. Okay, anyway, so yeah, I have this chart. It's a mega ultra super schizo chart, okay? And I'm very proud of it because the hit rate on it is insane, and it's the ring chart, okay? So I see us crabbing, or our support, around, so right now, around 38,000. We break that on the daily with a close, more so on the weekly. I think we see a mega shit to fucking hell. But I think we're just going to crab along this line, which has an apex around the 8th of June, at around 28K. If we see this little ring pennant thing break out, I think we're going to start seeing all-time highs again. But until then, I think we're confined to this little ring range. You see, it's hard to explain without having the image up on screen.
Well, luckily,
So,
you're
luckily
going to
for
post it on
that-
your Twitter chart, aren't you?
Exactly,
Yeah,
yeah.
throw
Luckily
up
for
a
that,
link
you
to
can
it.
follow me at twitter.com/AIII bro. It's 3 I's.
Yeah, put a link to the tweet for that chart in the description so people can take a look at it. And I remember earlier in the week, last week, Tyson said he posted something along the lines of, "I think we'll break out from here. Bitcoin actually looks all right," just for like a quick jolt upward. And I was like, "Yeah, not gonna happen." And then it did. I think it went.
Yeah, we can still pump up all the way to, like, for my chart, it's like 58K, and it's still not going to break all-time high yet. Like, if it breaks that, then yeah, all-time highs. But
Just a heads
there's
up, I literally just market shorted ETH.
There you go. Okay. Well, I'm waiting for Bitcoin to go to 28K. And I think when Russia finally nuts up and steamrolls Ukraine, we'll get a nice fucking giant wick down and then obviously recovery from there. But we have a giant band-aid that we need to rip off on a global scale. And once that's done with, or maybe this whole thing is just a machination by U.S. media and nothing's really going to happen in Ukraine at all. I can't really tell, but
The
I
inner
think it's
machinations of my mind are an enigma.
Isn't that from SpongeBob?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Patrick. When the guy tries this, he uses the idiot button and nothing changes with Patrick or something like that.
I think it
forget,
was a
but-
secret box or something. And
Oh, you're right. You're right.
yeah.
I don't know how you whipped that out of nowhere. I'm impressed. Reference game totally on point. But all right, fair enough. So I think it's pretty fair that Bitcoin's boring, it's doing nothing, and it's going to go to 28K. That's what I think. And Tyson, maybe you're not as doomerish as me, but you still think there's more hurt to come as long as we don't. I mean, if we're going to break
I
down,
think we
below
have a little bit
39K,
more to
which
dump.
We will.
We have a little bit
Yeah.
more to dump, but I think the time to be bullish is somewhat closer than it was before. So I think if we go down to like if we go down to like 30 to 27, we should load up on longs for a bounce. It would be stupid to not do that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree.
Absolutely. And the trad market needs to recover at some point as well because it's
Yeah.
been having its issues,
Okay, so about all of that.
About last night.
About last night. Let's not talk about that.
Go.
Okay, so as of this recording,
Um,
it is the 19th of February, and we are approaching the a very synchronous number. What's the word?
mm-hmm. Can't you say syncratic? I don't know.
Syncratic? I don't know. The 22nd February 2022. So 2/22/2022. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Also happens to be when and I'm not an expert on this stuff, okay?
We can
We
tell.
know.
Pluto is going to conjunct or return to the United States.
It's gonna
on that
return
day.
like a battleship or something.
Something like that. The last time this happened was on July 4th, 1776, which is the
Okay.
exact founding day of America.
Mm-hmm.
And astrologically, Pluto brings destruction and rebirth, apparently. And more interestingly, Rome fell when Pluto returned. So this is the first time since the founding of America, and on this day of numerology, no less, that Pluto returns. This would indicate the fall of America. And with all of this unrest and the trad market shitting itself, Ukraine wanting to coom.
Very apt geological position you have there. Go ahead.
This is all in all. This is a buy signal for China. So yeah, this
really
wasn't the
beautiful
direction
thing.
you thought this was going, huh?
I find it interesting that it aligns with that particular day where this hellish, godless, vapid nation of America was founded, but that certainly does say something. And then February 22, that's a good like numerology thing there, repeating numbers. And then it's got that vibe of, this might be before your time, but there's a very popular preacher, kind of a leader of a cult called Harold Camping. And he basically predicted when the earth was going to end. And it happened to be like 3 or 4 months after he called it. So he's like, it'll end 3 or 4 months from now. And then that happened. And he was like, never mind. I read it wrong. It's actually going to be blah, blah, blah. And everyone made a big deal out of it for some reason. Like it was on the news, like, haha, Harold Camping said this. I'm like, why am I hearing this on local radio? For some reason, the guy was a really big deal or something.
Just some schizophrenic in like his backwoods.
Yeah, and they're like, "Oh, he's so crazy. He really thought that was going to happen." It's like, well, yeah, he did. Why is it news? He's just like, there's homeless guys on the street who make predictions like that. We're not talking about them either. But I guess he runs like a popular church or ran it. I don't know if he's still alive or not. So what this tells me is, maybe on the 22nd, Russia will finally go in and do what they got to do, and we'll get in a war with them, and
That
then
would be so
maybe I'll have a
Kino.
chance to
God
shoot
damn.
How
someone.
fucking sick would it be if a nuke went off?
Yeah.
Not good for
Nukes will
crypto.
never go off because of deterrence, but that would be nice if one did. I mean, I got a few
Well,
places I would love
The
to
real
drop
reason
one.
why I want a nuke. I mean, by the way, when I say it would be sick for a nuke to go off, that's
It'd be
horrible.
quite literally sick, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's horrible. It's
Radiation
horrible.
poisoning.
Yeah.
Yeah, like people suffering, dying. That's not very. Yeah. Anyway, when a nuke goes off, aliens start coming around.
Oh, come on.
No. Listen. The sightings and crashes skyrocketed when testing of nuclear bombs was at its peak.
Well, even when the Pentagon supposedly released footage of UFOs, which is just complete bullshit. But even before those times,
You mean
there
go
were-
fast in the Tic Tac?
Yes, that's all bullshit.
Commander
don't
David Fravor? No, come on.
miss me with all that Luis Elizondo bullshit. I'm not buying any of it. But what I will say is that there have been reports since the dawn of our nuclear activity that they've seen UFOs around nuclear bases. And
Yes.
they've seen them, like, I don't know if they're checking on our progress or just saying, like, oh, here's what our little pets are doing today. Ooh, they're going to nuke each other in 5 years. Let's use our time machines and go take a look. Or
I want
something
to
like
save
that.
this for the Skitscocast, but I will say this. Yeah, so the stuff about UFOs visiting nuclear bases. Here's something interesting for you.
All right,
During
go
the
for it.
Cold War, and this is heavily documented as well on declassified documents or whatever the fuck. On both sides, so Soviet Union and the US, UFOs were flying over nuclear missile silos, and on both sides, not only were they observing them, but they were actually interacting with them.
Oh.
So
yeah.
in the Soviet Union, there was a case where one of these UFOs, they flew over, like right over the like the launching missile thingy-majiggy butthole.
Silo?
So there you go. I said this earlier. Why did I forgot
You
the
went
word?
you went the long way on that one.
Yeah, and it initiated the launch sequence without any authorization by
Really?
any higher power. Yeah,
Based.
so there was like a full-on
awesome.
10-second countdown, and like everyone on the inside they were all shitting themselves. Like, what the fuck is going on? No one authorizes. Why are we about to launch a nuke? And it was like pointed like at Washington DC or something. And then it was like it counted down, and apparently it was like the second to last second. Like they disabled it. So like
Okay.
this UFO flew over, initiated the launch sequence, and then turned it off last second, and then it flew away.
It refuses to elaborate further.
Nothing personal, kid. Yeah. So there people have been speculating that maybe this was a show of power, or maybe it was a demonstration. Yeah, maybe it was a demonstration that, like, you know, it's hopeless if you do have these nukes because we're going to stop you ultimately. Which brings the question why.
Who's boss? Yeah.
Which brings the question, like, how Hiroshima and Nagasaki went through anyway. Like, maybe these aliens just don't like Japanese people.
Well, those weren't even real nukes, so. But we'll talk about that another time.
You know,
But
can I
also,
just say this,
what
like,
you just.
let
Go
me
ahead,
just say
Ty.
this about aliens, right? Like, I'm not a big believer in all this
Alright.
stuff, but
No one cares.
if like,
You're
I'm just
gay.
praying that the Ukraine situation is like a trial, because ever since I was a kid, I've had this fantasy, right? Like, humanity passes like some big test, and then all these aliens come down, and they introduce us to like the galactic community, and they give us like all this sick tech, like faster than light travel. God
I have,
damn, that would be so sick.
I have an alien pill for you there. But since you're a novice, Tyson, so I'm so excited to introduce you to all this.
All
stuff.
right, let's not go too much. Go ahead, but let's come on.
But yeah, so on the other side as well, in the US, similar things are occurring. UFOs flying over nuclear missile silos and just like playing around with things. Like there was this one time where the aliens just straight up like switched off everything. So like even if the US wanted to launch, they couldn't.
Based.
Just crazy shit like that.
What's their end?
Your story about about them almost shooting off the nukes from, I guess it was Soviet Russia and starting World War III and then stopping it at the last second. That's the plot to X-Men First Class. Just letting you know.
Why did you have to
my
say
God.
that?
I'm not sure
Oh
which one
my
went
God,
first or which one
Ari.
went second. But towards the end of the movie, it's literally like they're about to launch a nuke, and Professor Xavier like works into someone's brain and like makes him not launch it. And some guy's like, "You're relieved of duty, but thanks for avoiding World War III for us," or something, because they were ordered to launch the nukes. It's a whole thing, but that's what your story reminded me of. But I'm sure it's very real, just like mutants and nukes and all the other stuff. So,
Tyson,
wrap
about
wrap it up. What you got? You got something there? Go ahead.
so about what Tyson was saying about how aliens would they introduce us to stuff? Are they nice? I'll say this much, Tyson. I wouldn't trust an alien with a 10-foot pole, and if I ever see one in person,
It's on site. It's fucking on site.
it's fucking on site. I am beating the shit out of one. I don't care. I mean, I don't know. If it was like a fucking 8-foot tall grey or a Palladian Chad, I don't know. Maybe I'd step back. But if it's like one of those,
I'll jump in with you if it's 8-foot Chad. Me and you versus. Alien.
okay, okay, okay. There we go.
I hope Tyson gets his anal shit pushed in by an alien. Just
If it
rocks
was-
his shit.
if it was like a 5-foot grey, then dude, then I don't care. I'm going full on.
Use his head like a fucking boxing bag.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm going full on monkey mode. I'm going full on
He's
monkey
going
mode.
ape mode.
I'm
Or,
gonna
Ari
beat the
just gets,
shit out of
ripped
him.
apart by telekinesis, right?
I want to see if that happens. I want to see if he tries anything. Like
I
I
hate
want to
that
see
I'm-
if
Yeah.
if I start swinging at him, if like some fucking force field like blows me back.
Yeah, it's possible, but I hate to be too referential, but you just reminded me of something else again. In X-Files, there's an implicit agreement between all countries that in one of the episodes they explain it that there's an agreement where if they come in contact with any extraterrestrials and are in possession of them, they have to kill them immediately. And there's an episode where his name's Deep Throat in the show for some reason, and he
Hell
walks up
yeah.
to the alien. He's like, "I have to do it," and the one guy just lights up a cig, and the guy just fucking blows a gray alien's brains out, and like it's blood, like the alien green splattered everywhere, and he's just like, "You did a good work today," or something. But it's a penultimate scene in the show, but it sounds so ridiculous in hindsight. So I'm gonna have to, you know what? Just real quick, if anyone wants to hear more about that, we are planning to have, maybe small segments released sporadically between talking about crypto, where we just talk about crazy shit that's on our minds. I mean, I literally saw a UFO last night, but I'm gonna save the story. Maybe for another.
Ah, nah, just say it. Come on,
He's gonna say it. No,
give him a
it's too much.
teaser. Hey, come on, it's so recent. It's fresh in your mind.
It is. I saw a flaming, like sparking, molten orb object flying through the sky, kind of low down, and then the light on it went out, but you could still see a metallic orb, and then it just zipped off into the distance. It's the second time I've ever seen a UFO in my life. The other time was at the Jersey Shore when I was like 18 and drunk. But I have witnesses. So I'm not crazy. But I'll expand on that another time. Tyson gives like he's not fun to talk about this stuff with, because he'll be like, "What if it was a satellite?" Shut the fuck up.
No,
Like
no,
Tyson
I just-
doesn't even give like Tyson's not even like a he doesn't debunk it in a smart way or like provide you with any good rebuttals. He's just like, no.
Well, he's one of those like I love space kind of losers. He's like, "Oh, we need to explore space." Like,
No,
who
oh
fucking
my
cares?
God.
There's
I
nothing
mean,
up
I'm
there.
down with that. I'm down with
Oh,
space
I'm not.
I will
colonialism.
Fuck
I will never concede on this point. Exploring space
I
and
know.
becoming interplanetary, it's fucking
Yes,
based.
I,
and I was
I'm
on
down
that
with that.
shit.
I think.
I was on that shit way before anyone on Reddit ever was. So you're welcome.
Why did no one
Why'd you
brought
say it
up
like
Reddit?
that? Yeah, you did. You fucking idiot. But there's nothing out there. 99% of it is nothing. Tyson.
Nah. Okay,
doesn't
listen.
matter.
Nah, listen. There are aliens out there. Space colonialism is cool, but.
He
There's
thinks
a
aliens are in
line.
space.
There's a
LOL.
line. There's a line. We have to maintain our faith, our belief in God, and we have to carry that with us.
That's
We
true.
can't leave behind the fact that
Dude, imagine being like space missionaries. That would be fucking sick.
Space missionary, just Star Trek except Mormons. Tyson, I like where you're going. That's pretty funny.
I don't want to get into it too much, but like if you think about it, we don't even have to think about leaving the solar system. Like even the solar system itself, it's like so much extra space. And if you look at like the moon, it's like the perfect gas station. There's like ice water in that stuff. There's like helium-3, which is like fuel.
Wow.
Hydrogen
It's like this
that
whole
can
place was
extract
Wow,
built
so
from
you want to
water.
forage through space for more capital for Amazon. Great,
No,
Tyson.
I want my
Great.
own empire
You're-
on the Martian land. I want Tyson land.
Okay,
you're gonna
mate.
get that.
All right, mate.
You know
okay.
what? I'm gonna do us all a favor and bring us back down to planet Earth and talk about earthly things, maybe earthly metals. And I actually did read an interesting theory ages ago where we're all here on planet Earth to mine gold for lizard people, and once we're out of gold, they'll probably just wipe the planet out.
Close. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
reptilians as well.
Close,
They
as if
just
you know.
they just fucking hate us. But no,
They really
you're
do.
you're
They
referring
should.
to the Anunnaki, the quote unquote gods or tool twats that that were kings of Mesopotamia, Sumerian civilization.
I am.
And it's interesting.
The
They have
Nephilim.
the Nephilim, yeah, all of that
Yeah.
stuff. They're referencing the Bible, the Quran, everything
Yeah.
really. A lot of their stories predate the Bible. It's really interesting.
I just think it's funny. I imagine one of our listeners is an Anunnaki, like lizard with his headphones on, who just heard that and he's just like, "What the fuck?" Like,
Listen,
I
mate.
thought you
Listen,
guys
listen.
are cool.
To any Anunnakis out there, imagine not being a human, chat. I just lol at your life. God flooded the
No.
planet to get rid of you. How does that feel?
You stuck around like
Oh,
a
no,
cockroach.
no.
Okay, but in all seriousness, I am here to bring us back to earthly materials because you
Okay,
guys
okay.
brought up earthly materials last week, and I actually have a buddy who brought them up to me too. And I thought it was an interesting point you guys made about gold and silver because I'm starting to see them pop up all over the place. And I have a question, not only what do you have to say about gold and silver, but I had a thought about it as well. You know how we talk about Link being an oscillator for exit liquidity in the market, where when Bitcoin's about to dump, Link pumps as
Yes.
exit liquidity, basically. What if gold and silver are the chain link of traditional markets and they pump right before traditional markets are about to take it like a generational short, you know?
Well, I
That
mean,
would be
it's
pretty
just a
funny.
reserve asset. I mean, unlike Link, gold and silver are actual reserve assets. Even though they're not backing the dollar or anything, they are low-key still reserve assets.
Also, the
Whether
bag
you like
holders
it or
of
not.
gold and silver, they're pretty similar to Link bag holders as well.
I know.
They are, yeah.
I understand that the assets are completely different. I just mean the sentiment of when Link or when gold and silver have a certain price action upwards, maybe that's indicative of impending downward price action in other asset classes. Does that
Yeah,
make more
for
sense?
Link,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like just 2 more weeks, bro. But then for gold, it's just 2 more years, bro.
Yeah, no, it's just 20 more years.
Well, that
bro.
being said, silver and gold are actually breaking out. And honestly, with silver, and I think Tyson said this on the last episode, it could probably like 10x
Yeah.
in the
What?
next few years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
unironically.
Unironically, silver could probably 10x, and I can see gold like probably like 2-3x. Honestly,
Are you serious? You're
I'm
sick,
dead
man.
Silver
serious.
looks so fucking good right now.
it
If
looks
you go
so
like
good
macro
right now.
scale.
Like my dad was asking me like what to put some of his I mean, him being an old man and all, I'm unironically thinking about shilling him gold and silver.
You should. I mean, you'd probably be more useful shilling that to him than all the useless shit coins that we mine through every once in a while.
Well, I mean,
But
that's my job, right? I don't want to. I made the mistake of shilling crypto to family and friends once. I'm not doing it
I-
again.
that's my golden rule is I don't talk about crypto with anyone unless they talk to me about it first. I never ever ever bring it up. But I do have a buddy that actually he actually listens to this podcast, but he bought physical gold like chips or like metals and stuff like that like
Yo,
a year or two
based.
ago, and I think
Chad.
that's a cool move. I think everyone should do that. I think everyone should have a few something or other sitting around. Back in the
Should we just go full degen and just buy like those gold Cuban chains? The ones that rappers wear?
Well, there was a really cool one with an owl on it. It was like a silver coin with an owl that was like limited edition. I thought it was really cool, but I never got my hands on it because I was like, why do I really need this? But I will say, if you're talking about getting into gold and silver investments, you should look at gold mining ETFs. I'm like sounding mega trad. I guess it's my finance major coming out. But back in the day, I used to listen to Glenn Beck a lot.
Oh no,
He would talk about buying gold every other fucking day. Little did I know it was just an advertising scheme. But I did take a snippet of that advice and got like an iShare 3x gold mining ETF, which is basically a very sensitive leverage of gold price action. And it's fucking sick. It was sick then, and that was around 2008, 2009 when gold was a really good thing to have. And maybe we're coming back around to that time now because gold and silver were worthless during COVID and all that. I mean,
No, they were
pointless.
pumping hard.
Were they? Oh well, everything was, I guess.
Afterwards, they were. They did.
But you-
They did. I think they did shit themselves. I think.
So maybe gratification is so delayed from gold and silver that we're seeing the fruits of inflation on it now. So inflation is so bad that now this is when gold and silver start going up. I'm not sure how it works with them. They're fickle assets. Like
So
that.
from the COVID bottom, silver went up 156%.
Are you serious?
Dead
Damn.
serious, yeah. 156% from the COVID bottom. And gold went up. Where's the COVID bottom? God, this is still traumatizing to look at.
What, the gold chart or the drop in
No,
March?
just COVID in general. Yeah, gold
Yeah.
went up 43% from the COVID bottom.
I mean, that's not bad, but I think about it in the sense of when a nuclear missile does finally drop on 2/22/22 when Pluto is in alignment, and it's also a Shemitah year, look into it. When you're going outside with your little like pistol or your little butterfly knife, and you got 3 golds in your pocket, I think that will
Three
be worth some-
golds?
whatever. I'm talking about it like it's an RPG. Yeah, 3 gold points.
Buying
But
GF
that'll
for 2
be-
gold.
There's chances are that'll be worth something compared to a dollar bill or whatever else you have on your personage. Like I feel like it'll always have value no matter what's going on in society, and we're entering an interesting part of society. Right
Am I
now.
retarded for thinking that like a real, like actual war
Hold that
will
thought.
never
You
happen
are
again?
retarded.
Yeah, you're definitely retarded. But go ahead.
Am I retarded for thinking like a real, like actual war will never happen again? And then from here on, it's just proxy war after proxy war. You know?
I think you're right. Unfortunately,
I can
That's
see it,
why
yeah.
someone just needs to suck it up and drop a nuke already, and just
Yeah.
that's why North Korea just they're the mad dogs of China, so let them off the leash and see
China?
if they can do it. What North
It's
Korea?
Korea.
Yeah.
Are they not
What do you-
ethnically different?
They are in a way, but I think North Korea and China are very unofficially closely aligned.
yeah,
They are
they're-
aligned, aren't they?
They're right next to each
Yeah.
other in terms of war.
I read somewhere or heard or watched a YouTube video that
Source told me.
if you
Have sex
you
with
es-
a guy?
if you escape North Korea and you end up in China, they will deport you back to North Korea.
Oh my god, that's
But if you escape to anywhere else, you're good.
yeah, I'd seen them jump in the border to South Korea and whatnot.
Yeah,
But
South
the thing
Korea
is-
accepts them with open arms.
The problem is, Tyson, is that in the end times scenarios that I see on the History Channel that play it out in a war games capacity apparently will be in a battle by Israel, and the 3 countries will be America and China and Russia all converging on one battlefield. It's like war
Sounds
isn't
Kino.
It
That
sounds
sounds
sick
so
as
lit.
fuck. I know. It's like
Goddamn.
Kingdom of Heaven, except in the year 3000. But it just
sounds like?
what?
The Avengers.
Oh, so China's like a Voldemort, and then America's like Harry Potter.
Joe Biden is like Captain America.
Oh,
my
hell yeah!
Pretty funny. All right, let me hold on, shuffle around some Funko Pops real quick. Just put those away. So why was I just talking? Oh, I was basically trying to say that I don't think a war game scenario like that will play out unless we're in a completely dilapidated state and we don't have guns as much, or we're fighting with swords or something.
Oh,
I
that'd
don't
be
know.
sick.
Because now it's just really pussyish cyber warfare and false flagging and airstrikes and haha, we're in your country but not really. Haha,
Enemy
like that.
Harriers inbound.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, anyway.
UAV strikes. Or whatever.
Dude. America's like doing all this beating around the bush with NATO and shit. It's like, bro, just declare war like you
I'll
used
be
to.
beating around the bush, all right?
Well, that's you're cheeky motherfucker. You know that.
I'm a cheeky little wanker, aren't I, mate?
Yeah, cheeky wanker. So, but wait.
Fucking wanker.
Cool. Look at that gash.
I'm cranking out a wank, yeah.
Tyson, what'd you say 30 seconds ago? You said something. Oh, you said something about America. Oh, what I was trying to say was when you're in a war and you want to win a war and you have the superior technology, you could just turn that whole country to glass. If we really wanted to win in Afghanistan or Iraq, we could glass the entire country overnight. Our government doesn't care about killing civilians. You can't be like, oh, we have to go in. Like, we would bunker bust the whole fucking thing, even if it was a town of just a bunch of women in hijabs. It doesn't matter.
Cope.
But
you Americans are spineless by Allah.
This is not. This is not
these American dogs.
This is not an appeal. This is not some jingoistic statement appealing to American supremacy. This is me saying the purpose of war is to make money, and to prolong war is to make money. That's why we don't have fun wars where we literally fuck each other up. We have really boring, lame wars where our soldiers just get shot in the back by like $20 like rifles by like Hajis or
3D
something.
printed by a zoomer.
On the bright side, it's not really even a soldier that's being shot. It's some dude from BlackRock, right?
That's
Or some
true
dude
too.
from,
That is true too.
The mercenary.
It's not even BlackRock anymore. It's called like XD or something.
You know, but now that you're talking about all this like cyber warfare and stuff, it brings into question. I think this could be like a catalyst for privacy coins to finally kick off. Because if we see cyber warfare, no, listen, hear me out. We see cyber warfare kick off, especially like you've seen this shit happening in Canada with like Bitcoin being seized, blah blah blah. Blockchain is relevant now when it comes to like funds being, I don't want to say smuggled around. I don't even want to make it sound like Bitcoin's some Silk Road shit again. But I can definitely see blockchain and crypto and Bitcoin becoming relevant in this coming war. And with that in mind, privacy coins will have like privacy coins. Fuck.
I think you're making a good statement and trying to loop privacy coins into it so that poor fucking bastard can get his UNN back to pump finally.
UNN's
oh no, wait, that's
privacy.
An insurance coin. That's an insurance coin.
It's something else. It's governance. It's governance.
Okay.
Hold on. I'm looking at the
SafeX then.
Let me give you an olive branch. I'm looking at the XMR chart right now. It actually looks pretty good. It might even pump like 4% if everything goes well.
Is someone paying you to say this?
I don't know. Because what you just said also reminded me of something that I've been really thinking about lately, and I'm kind of convinced of it. And also this XRP schizo chick that I used to follow called Tiffany Hayden, who's pretty hot. She has this idea, and she kind of goes hard on it, but I never really looked at it truly myself. But the way things are happening, I'm starting to think that crypto is entirely a CIA asset. It absolutely has to be.
Oh my god!
I'm all in on that. I'm starting to get all in on that. Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I think they
Reddit
did make.
to the
I think
left, I'm
CIA
sorry.
did make Bitcoin. No, am I wrong on that?
You read it.
Okay, here's the thing, though. The thing is,
You're gay.
Why?
Yep.
Why? Monero, I can see that being a CIA honeypot, yes, because that's literally what's used to fucking buy pizza on the deep web.
I can see the CIA like being aware of Bitcoin while it was being developed, and them understanding that it was ultimately it was something beneficial for them, so they just let it be.
Yeah, because blockchain technology, like whether you like it or not, it
plays into like the whole like
to,
New World Order, like surveillance on everyone.
Yeah, because like the New World
transactions, all sorts of
currency
shit.
is probably going to be
Libra.
like on chain.
Yeah.
It's very possible, but they can. Basically, Chainlink is less. Not Chainlink. Sorry, God, that was so pathetic.
no.
Basically, crypto is.
Chainlink is relevant as well.
Unfortunately, yeah, because it's the sellout coin, the fucking Charles Schwab coin. It is the New World Order coin.
Klaus
I'll go.
Schwab.
What did I say?
He
Charles
said
Schwab.
Charles.
The British cousin.
Whatever. Same difference.
My name's Charlie Schwab.
Buy Chainlink, mate. Yeah.
I guess what I'm trying to say is what happens on the chain is very observable. Like one time I told one of our good friends Beck from our Discord. I was like, I think I'm gonna buy this token called Mega Weapon. He's like, oh cool, how much you putting into it? I was like, probably like 10 grand or something. And he was like, okay. And then I went and bought it, and he just sent me my wallet address. He just watched me buy it on the feed. He was like, found your address, doxed. He's like, nice small little wallet you got there. And I was just like, fuck.
But what was the liquidity like on Mega Weapon?
No one was buying it. Like, it
Okay,
was
there
basically
you go.
dead.
Then.
It's
There
a
you go.
dead Ethereum metaverse coin that is the future, and you should all look into it. I'm not going to shill it now. I'm going to save it for a different episode.
Oh yeah, here's a question for you.
When
So
I'm
you said
truly ready.
you said you're a finance major. Does that mean you're a qualified financial advisor?
No, you have to get a bunch of dumb like 842C, like these dumb qualifications to get them.
You're
And financial
Series 7 as well,
advisors,
right?
financial advisors are pathetic, and it's a pathetic profession where you basically sell annuities to boomers and pretend you're doing your job. They're a dead art. They're as dead as travel advisors. There's no point to them. So
Travel advisors?
is that not a thing overseas?
No, it is. It is. I'm just wondering, like, it just came to my head now. Like, how many of them roped during COVID?
Probably
Dude, imagine
quite a few.
imagine being a travel agent. Like people just go on websites these days, right?
Well, I think
Dude,
it-
travel agents are hot. I used to
well,
work
they
with
usually
one.
are.
Yeah,
But I
what's his
think the
name?
occupation will come back around because if you can loop in traveling with like Instagram and everything and try and make the point of your vacation to be like a glam trip or something. I don't know.
Oh my
It's
God.
like
I can see it now.
trying
Like
here.
they're gonna offer like a fucking Instagram package to like Indonesia or something.
dude, exactly. All
What?
the places that people go to. You know what happens is girls watch what's that channel that has Desperate Housewives? They'll watch something like Desperate Housewives and see them go
Discovery
on
Channel?
vacation somewhere and then all start going there. Like if all the moms on there go to Cabo, they'll start looking and going into Cabo. It's just pathetic, but that's how capitalism works and that's how predatory
I can see
capitalism
I can see China trying to bait a bunch of people from the West and then like just straight up trapping them in the country.
Just
Let's go.
Putting in a Uyghur camp,
Oh my god.
a Uyghur thought camp.
Like that's
Oh my
really big
God.
in the Middle East, right? They bait like South Asians or whatever. They're like,
you
"Oh,
mean
give you a
Eastern
job,
Europe?
blah blah blah.
Do you mean Eastern Europe or Middle East?
Middle East.
No, like
maybe-
Dubai,
Yeah,
Dubai, and all that stuff.
yeah.
They're like-
They'll like
They ship over like all these Filipinos, and then once they get to Dubai, they actually take away their passport, so they can't leave the country. And they're pretty much like fucking indentured servants.
I thought you were talking about like in the movie Taken, where his daughter's over there and then she just gets kidnapped by saying you should come to a party tonight or you'll be a model or something. Just come
okay.
to
So
this-
Moya is our resident redditor.
Yeah.
I think we've established that.
Listen,
All right, here's a fucking car in the background. Tyson, I swear to God.
was there really a car in the background, dude? Do you
Yeah.
have like Fast and Furious like races in your backyard or something? It's what's that little racer fucking Mitsubishi called? It's like not a
Oh,
The
Galant.
Lancer Evolution.
Yes, exactly.
God, no, that car's sick. I don't care what you think. That's
All
a
right.
sick car.
I thought Tyson was the Asian
The Mitsubishi Lancer Evo is a great car.
Mm.
Hope
I
and
think
see
you're thinking of like a
JDMs.
Honda Civic or Honda Integra.
Yeah. Honda Civics are gay.
Did you guys see Fast and Furious with that song? It's by like the Teriyaki Boys.
Oh
and
my-
it's-
Yeah.
Dude, Fast and Furious 3 is the best Fast and Furious.
I haven't seen any of them, but
Tokyo Drift is the best one.
Well,
That's the
okay.
one with the Teriyaki Boys, yeah.
I just reminded myself of it, and it's given itself a little pity pump today for absolutely no reason. Have you guys taken a look at XRP lately or no?
Let's take a look together.
I always think about it from time to time because it was the first coin I ever invested in, like invested, quote unquote. But I remember it was my first foray into crypto. I put, $1,000 into it, and it went to something outrageous, like $3.76, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is amazing! Oh my god, crypto's the coolest thing ever!" And then it cratered back to 20 cents and basically never recovered since then. And I love their CEO;
That's not
he's such a
true. It went
fucking
to-
shyster.
It was $2 last year.
Oh, well, what wasn't making good gains last year? You know what I mean?
Don't get me
I
started.
wonder.
Don't get me started.
Yeah,
No.
right.
But now that you mention it, XRP actually looks pretty good.
Are you
Dude.
serious?
Yeah,
It
right now
looks
it's
fucking
good.
phenomenal. Like the
Yeah, it looks
daily
really
looks
good
like
right
it wants
now.
to pump quite a bit.
Yeah.
I think the best time to get in on it would have been when it had that SEC investigation that removed it from Coinbase. All of a sudden, Coinbase is too pompous to have something on its
It
platform.
wasn't just Coinbase. Like pretty much every exchange had delisted it.
Really. I guess that was the
Yeah,
time. to
I
get it
remember
then.
that one.
Well, I think it's a shitty company and a shitty, pointless coin, but I can't help but love the fact that it's just in the top 5 just all the time. It's just a stain on coin
It's
market
not in the
cap.
top
That'll
5.
never. Oh, it's not. Those
No,
days
it
are
hasn't been for a while.
Wait, hold
Let's
on.
go.
Are you living in 2017?
Yes, in more ways than one. Oh wow, you're right. It's not even in the top 10. Wait,
Yeah,
where
exactly.
is it?
No,
Where is it?
no. What the?
Oh no, Ripple
No.
Bros. I don't feel. You're like Tyson.
Hold
You're
on,
like,
hold
who
on,
wants
hold
to
on.
tell him? I was just joking. Tyson's like, who's gonna tell him?
Moy, I have some news for you.
No.
I think
actually listened to shit.
I think Ripple's gonna break $3 in the next couple years.
Are you serious?
Well, XRP,
All right,
sorry, not Ripple.
I'm going in. Wait, Ripple's in the top 10. XRP's in the top 10. We're still there. XRP, bro.
I
Okay,
think it can break
I'm
$3
gonna
in the
give a
next few
call.
years.
I'm going to
All
give
right,
a call
do it.
right now. If the weekly for XRP closes above 82 cents, it will probably hit $1.18.
Okay.
So that's
Thank you for that.
That's a
I
nice,
think-
dude. That's a 44% pump.
Yeah, that's a nice little consolation.
I think
bump there.
I think if wait, let me draw this properly. Is
Get out your
someone fucking
grounds.
is someone fucking having a wank or something? What's making that noise?
What noise?
It's you, isn't it, Tyson?
What noise are you talking about?
You know what noise I'm talking about. Don't try and act smart with me.
Don't
You know
talk
what-
Tyson-
back to me, dude. That gave me memories, man. Like all my teachers in fucking primary school, they'd be like, "Don't talk back to me." I'm fucking roasty.
Yeah, but I imagine you as some like dumb-looking, like gangster-looking Asian guy at your desk, like talking back and being a general prick. So I don't blame
Who you
him.
think you talking to, bitch?
Yeah.
Shit.
Like the Gran Torino Asian guys with Clint Eastwood.
Dude, I used to- Dude, I didn't realize like what rolling your eyes was until like until like I was way too late. So I would always like constantly roll my eyes at the teacher whenever she spoke, and she got so pissed off at that. And she's like, "Stop rolling your eyes," and I'm like, "What is that?"
That is pretty funny. I go ahead. What you got?
I was just gonna say, if the weekly closes like a candle body closure above about $1 and fuck it, I'm just gonna say $1.7777. I think we might see a huge run from XRP.
Really?
That's my call.
Oh my
Now that
God.
we're talking about crypto again, can we just talk about Rose for a second? Just
Dude, I'm so glad I
Why?
dumped that shit.
why?
Oh my god, dude, Rose just broke a trend line on the weekly.
Yeah, I know.
Let's
He's
go.
rejected and everything.
Okay, so I have a few things. I said in our Discord that, and screen capped it and pinned it, that Rose will never get to $1, and it definitely won't by March. I'm about to be proven 100% right on that.
I love
and
that.
then to follow up, breadcrumbs are the dumbest thing on the fucking planet, and they've never
What?
amounted to anything ever.
No, breadcrumbs built your entire fucking career right now in crypto.
Listen. The only useful breadcrumb that ever happened in Chainlink's entire history was the crypto godfather hinting that Google was going to work with Chainlink, and that was it. Everything else never amounted to anything.
How about Arsemaster?
That never
Dude,
translated
his
to
prediction
any
got
meaningful.
BTFO'd.
It is funny though. Didn't Bank of America come out like last week and say Chainlink is the future of all transactions ever? And it's like price minus 4%.
It's like $15 right now.
Is it really? Oh god,
Yeah.
that's so pathetic. But you got to be on the lookout for the next time it dumps.
my
or
God,
the
I got
next
like
time it pumps.
Of link left. God damn.
Really, I'm so glad to be out of it.
10k link, suicide stack.
Yeah, right. I'd be out of it entirely at this point. But all right, so I appreciate you guys talking about gold. I appreciate you guys talking about Ripple. That's like we're just going through like the normie sphere at this point. And I just thought it was funny because I was thinking about it when I was watching the Super Bowl in America, and I'm sure you guys never watched it. There were crypto commercials fucking everywhere. Like it was like
I heard about
yeah,
that.
it was like FTX or Coinbase or whatever else. And I actually thought the Coinbase's commercial wasn't that bad. It was kind of interesting. But my question is who the fuck do these people think are going to be the new buyers of crypto? Like, I guess there's still an untapped part of the population that they're trying to get. And who are those people? Because right now it's
Okay.
just.
So
Go ahead.
Coinbase, FTX, those guys, they know exactly what they're doing.
Okay.
they aren't shilling this for you to make gains. They're shilling this for them to not make losses.
Okay.
Why?
They're shilling because this is dumb money.
Yeah.
I mean, how often do you see how often do you, I don't know, fucking WWE is like, okay, halftime show and it's like, Vanguard SPX, buy now.
Plus,
how often do you see
as
that?
bizarre as it sounds, some
Yeah.
people are comforted by the fact that an ad is in the Super Bowl. Like I feel like boomers would
I
see
get what
it
you're
like
saying. Go ahead. Yeah.
people would say
Yeah.
like, oh, they have an ad in the Super Bowl, they must be legit. Maybe it really is time to get into crypto. You know, I can imagine a boomer saying that.
It's just funny to me because I thought to myself, if you got into crypto now, how could you enjoy it in any way? Like, if you got into it,
Yeah.
like, I'm going to go on FTX and buy Ethereum right now. I just lost 5%. I just lost 10%. Crypto is fun for us because we got in early enough where we can fuck around and like have excitement when these dumps happen or these pumps or whatever else. If you got into it this second, you'll just look at a 5 or 10% gain or a 20% loss in very boring tokens that don't really do anything.
I don't know about that. I think this isn't too bad of an entry in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
On alts, Bitcoin, I don't know, but on alts, it's not too bad, right? It's not too bad. I think we're gonna drop more, but DCAing and stuff, you know, that Reddit meme, DCA.
That I'm telling you, dude, people just come out of nowhere and started saying DCA and ape in, and I'm like, I'm not.
No,
buying it.
DCA is an old term, dollar cost averaging, but
No,
aping in, yeah.
I never heard it. I never heard it before all this bullshit.
Really? You've never
Yeah.
heard of DCAing?
At least used in a term where it's a verb, like I'm DCA.
Yeah, you just need some time in
Oh, I
hands.
see. Oh, I mean, dollar
You need
cost
some time
averaging.
in
That's
hand.
the
Would
if you say diamond hands and all that stuff, I don't like you very much.
Diamond Hands is old school though.
No, it's not. It's iron hands. That's the old school one.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. That is
Yeah,
that is
Iron
the old
Hands,
school
yeah.
one. Okay, well, I'm glad we worked on our vernacular here, and hopefully we don't.
Well,
expose
actually, I have
ourselves
an
anymore.
interesting story. So, I actually just started working at a like quote unquote job, but it's like a position for a crypto company, only for a
Okay.
few months. And I think I finally understand why people become alcoholics now because I'm working like 3-4 hours a day, but even after that, I'm like hitting the bar like fucking hard now.
Really?
Yeah,
Why
yeah.
is
Next thing you know, Tyson's moving into a big city and he's going to a barcade with all of his friends.
Stop
Yeah.
with exposed brick.
Dude, last
I-
night I just went to the bar, ordered like 5 shots of tequila, and just downed it in like
What the
one
fuck?
go.
Okay, yeah, you have an actual problem.
You have an
then.
issue,
Yeah,
what the fuck?
Yeah, because I acknowledge that I had a small problem about 5 or 6 years ago when I stayed up till 1:30 a.m. every night playing Overwatch and drinking Red's Apple Ales, which are like 8%. They're called Wicked Reds, and I'd have 4 or 5 of them
Based.
a night on weeknights, and I'm like waking up for work the next day just eyes glazed and feeling like shit. And I'm like, you know what? I don't feel like this is the right.
What were your
way
eyes
to
glazed
live.
in?
I don't know.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, continue.
I don't get what that. What's the reference there?
Never mind. Keep going.
You'll figure it out.
Okay. I don't know. I don't want to figure that one out the hard way. Oh god, I might have just walked into something again, didn't I? But I've come to the point where I only have like a few drinks. It's called taking the edge off, and your
Uh-huh.
version of taking the edge off is taking 5 shots, Tyson. So maybe you should change that to just having 1 or 2 drinks. You might see it has the same effect. You know, just you don't feel as terrible. So the trick is water. If you drink tons of water before you go to sleep, even if you've been drinking a lot, you'll be in a much better place than if you don't drink a lot of
Why
water.
is that though? Is it because like your body's in a rush to flush everything out through your piss? That like it kind of like exit liquidity?
No, it's because alcohol dehydrates you. It doesn't actually hydrate you at all.
Exactly. And then water
Yeah.
hydrates you, and I guess it kind of counteracts all that dehydration. So
You know, I used to like look at people that would get drunk every weekend, and I'm like, that's so sad. Like their lives is just like living for the weekend. But
Straight edge
I-
Tyson.
I think I understand now. I finally get it.
yeah, I don't know. There's something very charming about being a low paid blue collar worker where like you get paid in cash and you just go to go to the bar at the end of the day and just grab a drink, and you know what I mean, like that kind
Yeah.
of like hardy life. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's for
I mean, in a good economy, in a country that's doing well, and society is nice and all. Yeah, that's a comfy life. You can't deny that. That's a really nice life.
It is, and if you're secure in your faith and you like your family, then maybe you shouldn't strive to throw all your money into shit coins and get rich quick on a CIA.
I mean,
asset.
I'd still invest and like have savings and stuff, but that's the thing. The thing is, though, with a life like that, you're just putting trust into the government. You're not preparing for anything. You're being a bit of a I don't know.
It worked out.
I don't
though,
know
right?
if there's a term for that.
It
I
worked
don't
out.
know.
Like if you were like in America in like the fucking 40s to like 80s, it was good enough for you.
If you weren't black, then yeah.
It's so funny because I defaulted into thinking you were saying something racist, but you were actually making a decent appeal to the plight of African Americans in the early 1900s in America. So back then, you could work in a Ford factory and feed a family of 3 and buy a house. It's not like that anymore because we've destroyed our dollar.
Yeah,
and
it's
because of
true.
the Federal Reserve.
Oh, dude, that
whatever else.
sounds. Oh, imagine that, right? Imagine like working with your bros in a Ford manufacturing line.
Yeah,
It sounds fucking sick.
and having a
Dude,
family
that would
and
be
being
sick
a
actually.
spiritually
Imagine all 3 of
sound
us clock in
person.
the office. We're like, "Hey, Ari, another day, another dollar."
Yeah, we could say all those fun things.
Yeah,
to
what do you
each
do
other.
today? I made a Ford motor. What did you do today? I made a Ford motor. What about you? I made a Ford motor.
I made 2 Ford motors.
Well-
Ain't no way.
Unfortunately, that life will never come, but we can maybe recreate it in fucking Decentraland. or
Well, I
something,
mean,
don't know.
there's something similar in China right now if you're 12 years old. Well, not even 12, like 7 years old. It's like, what do you do today? I make iPhone. What do you do today? I make iPhone.
I jump out window and land in net.
Mommy, Daddy, I don't want to do this anymore.
Oh my god in heaven. Well,
That is sad though, like the way they make kids do that. Fucking
it is
sucks.
sad, but it's also the people who are the most outspoken of, I don't know, certain cultural critiques seem to have no issue with child labor making most of their products, but it is what it is. 'Cause we can't avoid that.
I mean, from like utilitarian perspective, it's because of like those sweatshops and all that stuff that China was able to pull all these people out of poverty. So I guess there's some good to that.
People don't like to hear that. I was talking to one of my cousins the other day, and like he was talking about all this about how like, oh, I'd fucking hate if China was at the top because that's scary. And yeah, it is scary. But I made the point that like if I had to put my money somewhere, it would have to be on China if I'm trying to make money.
Mhm.
And like that like he thought that was so fucked up of me to say, and I don't know.
Dude, so many normies have like a massive hate boner for China for no reason.
Well, that's just media engineering in the
Yeah,
West. We're engineered to hate them. But the thing, I think that China's problems are cultural. I think their economic issues are fine, and also their geopolitical ones. But they are quite literally a godless nation. They have no direction besides the state, and that you worship the state. They should return to their roots of pre-Mao China, where it was like warring factions and it was very like honorable. I don't know, like dragons and shit and all that cool stuff. They should go back to that. They should go
No,
back
I
to
mean,
that. They probably
I
have
don't-
more cultural adherence.
It's not like the history and all that stuff is like gone. Like it's still there. Like people do practice like Confucianist, tradition and all that shit.
I have an analogy.
It's
for
not like
this.
it's evaporated or anything.
My analogy is China has a fucking sick manga, but the anime sucks.
Okay, that's fair enough. But I think they should. I mean, I hate to say it, but return to tradition, and maybe they would have a cultural. They would have a cultural pulse that would make people respect them a little more than just
Well, I think we're
here.
seeing that now.
5,000
There's a
kids
lot.
go to factory. Yeah,
I haven't
maybe
seen
we
so
are,
much
yeah.
pride in being Chinese as I do today.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, that being said, though, back in the day, actually, I don't fucking. What the fuck do I know? And at the end of the day, I'm just a 23-year-old Zumba.
Yeah, well, I think people think differently, like in a collectivist sense, on the East in China as well. Because I thought it was interesting. I went to a liquor store near me, and
Are you saying the Chinese are a hive mind?
I could be saying they're Borg-like in ways, but what I'm trying to say specifically is I went to the store and I paid for my Clamato with my phone. And, like, you hold your phone up and you press a button and it scans your phone, unlocks and it pays.
Contactless payments, yeah.
Exactly. And the guy at the counter was Chinese. He was from China, and he was saying in China it just reads your face and it's so much easier. It just scans your face and you pay for it right away. And
China.
Damn.
my reaction as someone who vaguely values my privacy was like, isn't that a bad thing that it's scanning your face and blah 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 blah? But they don't think that way there. They think in a more utilitarian way, or they're more trustworthy of their government, maybe, or something like that.
Wait, quick, what's the Chinese version of Everest ID? Because I'm going long on that right now.
Chainlink.
No, that's banned. The Chinese version of Chainlink is banned.
The thing, like, I want to say, right, is like people, they often bring up the fact that like Chinese are like a hive mind, or like their society is like a lot more collectivist and less individualist in the West. And I'm trying to find out why that's such a bad thing. It doesn't seem like such a bad thing to me if it means that your entire populace is like on the same page. You know, like some people, they're just meant to be.
What the fuck is that?
For fuck's sake.
What the fuck is that?
Oh my god.
What was that?
Dude, these fucking guys, they just put like massive loudspeakers in their car and they just blast their music when they're driving down the street.
You literally live in a favela, Tyson.
What the fuck? I could just imagine just there for a split second. He got off his chair and he goes up to his window and like he's got these blinds. He pulls them out and these guys on the outside chilling in their car, like having a good time. They just like this. They see these blinds kind of ascend and they just see like this Chinese guy staring into their souls, like giving them this death stare. And they're probably in the car thinking like, dude, what the fuck? Why is he staring? Who's that weirdo? Yo.
Dude, you know what they do here? They fucking steal like school sound system sirens and then they place it on top of their car so they can play the music as loud as fuck.
Based.
Where is this? This is ridiculous. How much bullshit can you fit on that little island that you live on?
Right? Like, dude, the entire island can probably hear their music.
I imagine that whole island is just Tyson's neighborhood, and that's it.
Yeah. But it's like Jacinda's just down the road.
Yeah. Ooh, man. She's been having trouble lately. But real quick, Tyson, just to go back to what you said, I think people's issue with that, with the collectivism in China, is that it dehumanizes people because there's no individual, and that's something the West values a little too much.
True, but if you look at the West now, one could argue that it's too individualistic, right? People are trapped up in their own fantasy, and
I don't know about that because you say that people like to think they're their own individuals, but at the same time, it's like as hive-like as it's ever been.
It is. Well, that's a byproduct of the capitalist system that we have here. But people have the illusion that they're being individuals, but their identities are based around capital. But what I was really honing in on was the wealth disparity in China is different in the West as well. In America, when you're poor, you have an iPhone and a car and public housing. When you're poor in China, you're eating bugs out of a swamp and sleeping in a hut. We don't have. I guess we do have that with homeless people now in America. Never mind.
I don't know. I feel like that was true like maybe 25 years ago, but not so much now.
If it's not like that now,
like over a billion people were lifted out of poverty.
The standard of living in China is skyrocketing.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, their support regions are just like their moving averages just strong.
Unironically, Africa has become China's China. That's where we outsource like a lot of our production and all that stuff these days.
Well, I could see Africa kicking the fuck off in the next 100 years.
Same here. If they can get the right expenditures and not completely waste it through embezzlement and fraud like they do with a lot of the aid that's given to them, they could be a burgeoning country because they have all the natural resources, and China knows that. China's built literally empty cities there. You know?
Why do you think China is like investing in the governments and building all these railroads for Africa right now? It's
like Africa is what you want to buy.
Yeah.
You heard it here first from the Pink Boys. Long China and long Africa.
Well, yeah, I mean, we're going beyond China at this point. We're talking about when China's already like the new America, and then Africa. And then what comes after that, I guess?
The return of the British Empire.
No, it all roads lead to Rome. That's what I'm saying. AKA the
Yeah, let's see
Italians,
Rome come back.
AKA me. So, okay, fair enough. So we've talked about interstellar anal probing and the rise of China and Africa, XRP, gold and silver. There's a bunch of other stuff in there. So this has been quite the info dump. I think we've given our viewers a lot to think about. So
We have.
you guys,
I have
feel
one more
alright?
thing though.
Oh no, one more thing.
I have one more thing to say. So Tyson, where's your Uber Eats? You
I haven't
ordered it
ordered it.
before we started recording, and
I didn't order it. I'm gonna go out to eat instead.
So
Oh.
you must be damn hungry.
yeah, you must be hungry.
I know.
Well, all right. You know what? That's a good question. So we can sign off to that. What are you gonna eat tonight?
I don't know. I might just order something.
Oh my god!
After
you fucking
castigating
hypocrite.
Tyson, you're gonna order
You
something.
hypocrite, dude.
Tyson, what are you gonna get?
No, listen. Hypocrisy is based.
It's lunchtime,
Okay,
so I'm
that
gonna
is
fucking
true.
chat out with some Chinese yamcha.
Okay, I don't know what that is, but is that dog?
Yamcha is a Dragon Ball Z character.
No,
What's
it's
the
like
term?
it's like
Go
a
ahead.
Chinese tapas.
Oh,
I'll
okay.
tap that ass.
Oh, I bet you would.
You know how like people in the West that are obsessed with Japanese culture are called weeaboos? What's someone that's obsessed with China? Like China
Chinkaboo?
boos or something. You can't say that.
I'm Asian, so I can say that.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, I'm gonna close things up. I'm closing up shop. I'm cutting you guys off. No more shots for you.
You're closing up
All
the
right,
street
all
stall.
My closing statement is look into Africa. It's an interesting place with interesting cultures. All right. Well, we've certainly taken the long way home tonight. So without further ado, I think I'm gonna have to sign us all off AOL style. Goodbye. And what do you have to say, guys?
Long XRP.
Okay.
Short Australia.
Amen, brother.